Alright, hello and everyone, and welcome, I guess, to the Bismarck's Paradox Sunday Monday recap for the most recent week. Take a quick overview. Just looking out, we'll start with Great Britain, and we can see the obvious strong nations around. Burgundy's looking big, Croatia, Commonwealth. We've got the Indians, which we can see the triple of Vijay, Nepal, Rajputana, Persia also looking quite strong, Bhutwa most of Africa, and Portugal being the big colonizer. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at Britain itself. Seems to be quite wealthy. First thing we need to look at, the income tab. Yep, 200 ducats at this point is, I suppose, not too shabby. It's all coming from trade though. Like, our provinces don't appear to be that good, as we noticed our ideas. We've focused on expansion and naval ideas, so I mean, I guess we're being even more stupidly strong naval wise, and then we'll focus on developing our provinces next. As you see, all these farmlands and others are not I guess it's up to 20. That's not too bad, but I feel like could probably have them built up a little bit more. Do we have still missing a lot of factories, so yeah, no, I mean, a lot of work likely to be done. We can build some manpower, although I suppose we're most likely ignoring our army, being that we have no military ideas and our manpower is less than 100k. So this GB is going to have no army to speak of, but is purely naval. Does have one province still on the mainland, but nothing in the lowlands. So Burgundy is stealing some of your money. But as for what's gone on with Britain over the last few sessions, I would note they've had several naval-based wars, one with Bhutwa and then one or two fighting Fiji. One thing that I noticed looking at Britain, with all your merchants everywhere, appears to be making as little friends as possible. You're stealing money from Vijay, you're stealing money from Bhutwa, you're also merchant in Champagne, stealing money from Burgundy. Notably no merchant here, although that's just leaking naturally so much. I mean, with how little this merchant is taking out, might be worth it just to throw him back into Lubeck. As for expanding in the Open Orient, you've got quite a bit of the Spice Islands over here, a little bit. Oh, are they still? Yeah, they are still a Ming tributary. Yeah, being that we've got Nepal, who's making his way into here and even has a province on the island. If you're going to continue antagonizing the Indians, you should probably try to grab at least one of these provinces on the Straits, just to stop them from marching down and occupying this territory. Can see that Malacca is allied with Brunei, so the next time you fight them, I think, being that you don't want to fight Ming, just don't go belligerent, but occupy them and probably take the whatever trade ports you normally would, and at least one province on either side of the strait, just so you can keep Nepal on this side if conflict happens. I suppose you'll also be moving into finishing up this area. You don't seem to have that much trade power here. Like, you're pushing 14 out of the Moluccas and only 8, so that's a problem. I guess, yeah, no, you got all these trade ships that aren't doing anything. I suppose that's just something that'll be fixed soon. Do you have and you don't have a flagship yet, so being that you seem to be doing a naval focused game, you may want to get a flagship for trade. Ooh, that's a lot of heavy or lights here. Not really doing anything just yet, so... you do have the Cape, which is good. You do not have control over the Ivory Coast. So that seems to be a problem. I think you likely need to put 100 of your lights plus your flagship in Ivory Coast. So, because Portugal is a PU of Burgundy, which is, I guess, were I you, that would be kind of horrible for me. So that is likely an issue, but as long as you stay on your island and maintain naval superiority, I suppose you can maintain that antagonistic relationship. Oh, you are allied with Burgundy, which is interesting considering you are stealing his money and fighting for his PU's money in here. So I don't know if that's going to last forever or not, but one thing I would say being that we are antagonistic with Batua and antagonistic with the Indians, if they could somehow unite, despite you having all of the Navy tradition and your Navy tradition really is maxed out, so look at these admirals. Christ. But yeah, so if you were to somehow lose your alliance with Burgundy, I think would be quite easy for your enemies to just unite and cause you some pain. So maybe not stealing the money from Burgundy would be a good decision, or at least I don't think you're paying for him. No, you're not paying anyone, so perhaps there are ways of making better friendships. But yeah, you don't want to be isolated. But speaking of, yes, quick look, we do have 3 colonies going up in the New World. We got Louisiana, we got 13 colonies, and Canada with their appropriately named name. So that's a thick Miami. Suppose you can start eating those natives as well. But let's go ahead and look at your rival for colonization, Portugal. Portugal, a PU of Burgundy, making a healthy surplus, but yeah, also completely reliant on trade. What ideas do we have? We got the Explo, Expansion, Eco, and we are going naval, so I suppose we might be trying to, what's it called? Fight against GB, or stand up to them, which, I guess what I'm more interested in is, as you are currently under the vassalage of Burgundy, are you going to get out of that? And how much of Spain are you going to be allowed to eat? Oops. You don't have, where is it? The gold mine here, which is somewhat interesting. Probably should have grabbed it in a previous war, but that's fine. Colonies all of South America, basically. Not started on Peru yet, which should probably do. Yeah, I guess the problem for you is being that you are a subject. You cannot start your own war, so I think it's probably strictly better to not be a Burgundy PU, just so you can not ask, so you don't have to ask him to declare all your wars. Like, you're losing the race for Mexico to Japan of all people, and it appears there is, oh, it's a colonial war, so that, and maybe you can get Burgundy to try and enforce peace on that to protect your colony. But I don't know. Trade wise, yeah, we're getting all the money out of the Caribbean, and yeah, we're getting 50% out of Ivory Coast. How many? What is our ship limit? Quite a lot less than GB. So, likely need to try and find ways to increase that. Yeah, probably already built up a lot of those naval force limits. Do we have... Oh, yeah, we can't do that. Yeah, we got the state trade buildings and all that. I believe... Oh, yeah. It was someone else that had the Congo coast and lost it to Batua. But yeah, the good thing is that you already have most of the Ivory Coast trade nodes, and yeah, being that you're going to be fighting and competing against Britain for the money, you may want to reach some sort of deal with the Mali player, some trade deal, because if he can transfer you the either ownership of or just the trade power of these ports and Benin, then even if you have massively less light ships than him, then Great Britain, you'll be able to take a good bit of that trade. Okay, you already do have a flagship. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Yeah, okay, this is definitely the correct and good. Yeah, the right admiral. Probably want to put it in the Ivory Coast, however. Yeah, you got all this money here. You finish up Spain, and life's good. Interested if you're also going to try and move into Morocco, being that it's under competition between Italy, Mali, and yourself, quite possibly. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, you'd want the other trade stuff here. But I got a ways to go. But going to be wealthy, navally powerful. Let's move on to your big boss, Burgundy, who just, I guess, sort of looking at the overall map, should be expected to be the big old honcho. And yep, he's about 40 ducats richer than Britain, despite Britain stealing, that's 18 ducats times 50, so that if Britain wasn't doing that, we'd be at like almost 280 ducats a month. Ideas, we've got military focus, going for a religious. Interesting, did not take quality, but we see with massively high force limit of fucking almost 400. Morale is quite high. Discipline not as great as we did finish offensive. So we've only got a little bit extra from our religion. We're working on trying to seize up our crown land to sell the nobility, I would assume. Our manpower, not super high, but pretty good nonetheless. As for building wise, oh, that's a lot of yellow spots. Oh yeah, I think we have lots of temples here because of France. Yeah, we got so many temples. Is that why our tax is so... Yeah, the tax income is pretty damn high. So, probably want to start replacing a lot of these yellow buildings where you can't put down... Oh my god, yeah, you have all of your force limit buildings down. But yeah, here you got a lot of yellow provinces that don't have a slot, so maybe you can start replacing temples for your manufacturing and soldier households. Oh geez, we have unstated things. Why do we have that? We have the gov cap, don't we? Yeah, we're still under gov cap. I mean, this state's amazing. Like, it's all farmlands and grasslands. Not quite sure why we haven't done that yet. I know you'll be hurting on admin, but we're up on tech. Things look good. Country strong. Currently giving Mali a smackdown for snaking into Morocco. I suppose we say that this land is Portugal, and I don't see how Mali could really fight you. Yeah, you're not even fully committed with your army, and you're pushing him back to the deserts. So it seems a little bit unfair. Alliance-wise, friendly with Britain and Italy, guaranteeing. Yeah, Bavaria. I guess we have more land than you know what to do with. Have a chunk of northern Spain and Catalonia. Curious where the rest of this will go. But, yeah, probably don't actually need to fight anyone, but could... I don't know. You could also probably easily launch a invasion of Britain if you so desire, and if you're annoyed that he's stealing all your monies. When he's distracted with a war elsewhere, you don't really have the navy to do that, but could easily purchase one. Oops. No, strong country. Don't really see what else there is to say. Let's take a look at Italy. So, Italy, we know is quite a ways weaker than our neighbor to the north. We do have the massive vassal of Tripoli, so we're getting all this North African stuff. I know Italy fought a war against Morocco, who I think it was a new player joined on the Sunday, got it up a little bit, and then got killed later on by Italy on the following session. We got quite high inflation, so maybe if we could find ways of buying that down, that would help. Where's all of our money coming from? Our money's... Yeah, Genoa's rich. We're getting quite a bit of money out of Valencia, which is very nice. Maybe at risk of pissing off Portugal. I mean, a couple light ships here and a merchant would be quite good. Could also probably risk Burgundy's wrath, but if he doesn't care about Britain stealing money, could maybe take some out of here. But yeah, Tunis giving like no money at all, or Portugal stealing all of the money. That's why. We got the quantity, eco, quality stuff going on. Our religion, we are Protestant. I think we finally swapped over to that. So that's actually probably one reason why our money is relatively low. If we haven't yet converted all of our land, yeah, we get... What's the penalty? Oh, it's 50% less goods? Yeah, okay, that's fairly massive. What is our... Ooh, yeah. That's fairly rough. Ooh, so yeah, once we get everything converted, which... Ooh, it's not going to be for a while, it looks like. Wait, how do we get an Anglican province? Alright, that's interesting. But yeah, we need to get our religious unity up, or at least get our tolerance to a positive. And because, yeah, 50% less goods produced is bad for business. So for army quality, quite good discipline. Morale not looking too good because we have Tuscan ideas, which has dev cost, which is fantastic. And discipline, along with manpower, trade efficiency, all great things. Even interest and tech cost. Oh yeah, tech and idea, that's strong. But that does not help us. Oh yeah, no morale, so that's going to be a difficulty. Might need religious ideas at some point for those policies. So our buildings seem to be quite good on manpower. Built all of those. Our factories, lots of yellow provinces. Missing one. Let's see. Yeah, okay, seems most of the yellow provinces are food provinces, so not important yet, but now we need money to quickly get soldiers' households going on. Our manpower is relatively low. We can still double that of GB, but it's not much higher than our force limit, which is probably a problem. Yeah, being that we're poor, maybe we want to not drill and turn off our army, get some more money, and build up a little bit more. Yeah, just now, almost finishing 100% crown land, so we can start selling the nobility. So that will help the manpower. Yeah, one thing noticing here, a little bit odd on the fort line. Suppose it doesn't matter much if we think Burgundy is going to be our friend forever, but if we think there's a chance they're not, probably move Woods Fort to Saluzzo, the mountain province, and get rid of this grassland province for a hills province, either here or here. Or, ooh, oh no, yeah, that doesn't, Yeah, it probably doesn't make sense to move this province down to here. Yeah, as for land, it seems we did not get Switzerland as we had wanted. One province to take from Milan, but North Africa is still quite good land. I know there have been 2 wars against the Indians in North Africa, but they are all defending each other, and they have not really led to any exchange of territory. Let's move over to my own nation of Croatia. So, yeah, just fresh off of the last war with the Indians, it was Croatia and Italy versus, we declared on Vijayanagar, who was allied with all of this. So that was interesting. But we went in mainly because I had 130 discipline through event and turning on the Orthodox 5% discipline. So, along with a tech advantage, so we pushed them back out, completely out of here, full occupied all of Arabia and Yemen. We had the war goal, but we got stuck here because of the strait, and they had boats which we could not contest. And actually, I'm curious. No, Italy still. Okay. What is it? Yeah, and the other problem is that we could have walked across here into Rajputana itself had we had vision of these provinces from Hormuz. So Persia was not going to give us mill access because I mean that would be pretty obviously make himself an enemy of the Indians. But Hormuz gave conditional access for whatever reason, and had we had a vision of 1-2 provinces, we could siege up here and then walk directly into Indian territory and fight on their home turf. But alas, we ended up one of the Indians eventually got the discipline event, and battles became more even. Started running low on manpower. I believe I slackened once or twice. I was at 20% or so. I think I did 2 slackens. I may have also... Did I pop a mission? No, I think I popped a mission for... What is it? Yeah, I think I popped a mission for discipline. Or not discipline, prestige. But not... Where? I believe that... Oh, yeah, no, I popped this for... Yeah, no, there's no fighting missions on Croatia, really. But, yeah, no, the war eventually ended with a white peace because the war score was only about 40% and battles started turning, and I guess... even if the Indians did, with no longer being at a tech or discipline disadvantage, pushed us back, they occupy Tripoli, which has basically no war score, and before that war I didn't have most of this, so they occupied a bunch of other land with no forts, and then we're once again probably at like 40%, no one's able to stab, hit, or do anything, so we just ended it, and both sides likely claim a moral victory. As for ideas, I've got pretty much the meta set. Gonna finish up trade ideas, so making quite the bit in Venice, especially once I can start pushing out of I've got not full control, but yeah, most of Alexandria competing with Italy, but that's fine. As for my alliances, friendly with Italy, as we did the Genoa-Venice split, which is fine. I don't really care about his land, being that I have all of Anatolia to more or less eat. I'm also just allying the Mamluks to prevent anyone else from eating them up. Commonwealth is friendly, as he has all of this to eat, and we made a deal splitting pest. We're all one happy family with no reason to fight each other just yet. That might change later. Well over my governing capacity, which is kind of unfortunate. Acquiring a lot of land from Romania, and then finish up the Ottomans. I guess third great power, I guess Great Britain, based on their subjects, but it's mainly Commonwealth and Burgundy being the two big boys. A lot of that being Portugal and Portugal's subjects, but still Burgundy the main thing. As for buildings, I've basically finished all of my money manufactories. There's a few new provinces to get when they come up, but now it is time for soldiers' households. Barracks pretty well built up, some yellow buildings that need to be devved, and likely the next big thing needed is all these regimental camps to boost my force limit. Nowhere near Burgundy's 400, but quite respectable to 70. My morale, I have my troops off. Yeah, my morale is 5.6, so close to Burgundy's, although he does have a morale advisor on. I'm starting to try and sort out my estates. Unfortunately, I think because I started with Venice, I'm not sure exactly what it was, but my burghers are the ones with the most power, and I cannot get my nobility loyalty up very high so that I can revoke the primacy and give it back. And that's one way to try and fix it, but I'm kind of stuck on that for a while. That'll get my manpower up, which is currently quite a bit higher than Burgundy's. But all looks good in the land of Croatia. Let's move up and take a look at whatever mess is going on in Bavaria. So this is all of Germany united by personal unions or vassals. Oh my god. His subjects hate him. Oh, he took Austria as a subject? I don't think you should have done that. Because I'm pretty sure they hate you and they're gonna... Yeah, I mean... You can't, man. You gotta cancel these guys and just conquer them the good way, because... I know... We're going for Germany. And... Yeah, this does not unite... Yeah, no, it does not unite your vassals if you have them or anything. So you're going to have to integrate all of this land the old-fashioned way, and probably just better off canceling Austria and decking on them and coring them. Tech-wise, yeah, what I kind of expected, will behind based on all of our stuff that we've been doing. Ideas-wise, quantity, eco, offensive, we're well behind on our eco ideas, which we should definitely finish, as this is going to give us 10% from ideas once we finish, 20%, and then another 10% from policy. So that's going to be 40% of dev. Like, look at this land. It's all farmlands and grasslands, which is fantastic for deving, but it's so expensive right now. But with 40% less, it's going to be free. Are we integrating anyone? We are currently integrating Brandenburg. Question: do we have any integration missions? Oof. Well, that would help. Oh yeah, we don't have the integration event, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, a lot of these guys are small. Anhalt's small. Brandenburg is big. Hesse is big. Nassau's small. Palatinate is relatively smallish. So, I mean, what's our income is nothing with a really high inflation. That's not good. Burgundy's currently funding us. So, a lot of things to do. I mean, eventually once all this land is put together, it'll be a strong nation. It's just when. That's the main question. So, Commonwealth now is vying for the second great power. They have gone for the winged hussars build. We look at their ideas. They went aristocratic. Somewhat interesting to me that they didn't take what is it? They didn't take quality for even more cav combat. I think that's another 10%. So we are currently sitting at 63, and we could go 70. Oh yeah, and then you can always get up to 80 with this mission whenever you want to pop it. Just one. Otherwise, discipline, not looking too hot, unfortunately, but morale very high thanks to Poland's ideas. Money-wise, yeah, collecting in Krakow and Baltic Sea. Should likely upgrade the centers of trade here. Do we have this one? Oh, it's a Finland one. Okay, yeah, and I know Finland is a player march for now, at least. Oh, maybe better to have this for yourself. Let Finland collect in Novgorod and you collect in Baltic. And oh yeah. Oh, and we're collecting in Kiev. Not super sure about that. I mean, collecting in 2 nodes that aren't our trade node or home trade node reduce the efficiency quite a bit. Oh, easily can fix our power projection for more monarchs, but this is the Poland age ability. Oh, and holy crap, that's really high professionalism. That's good. But yeah, super rich, super wealthy, tons and tons of money. Yeah, same amount as, just a little bit less than Burgundy, on par with Croatia. Force them. Although, why is our... You're making 143. Hold up, I want to... So yeah, money about the same. Oh, okay. Oh. It's the corruption that's doing it. That's why. And, right, I bought, and I have 2 cannon stacks, so that is the main difference. I think I'm probably paying for more states. It's just, yeah, we don't have the states turned on, so that's fine. I also don't, oh, we do have 1 cannon stack. But, no, PLC strong. Yeah, the thing that I did notice, we are hurting massively on admin. As, yeah, we got a lot of states that are not, yeah, territories that are not states because we don't have any admin to turn them into cores. So maybe chill a little bit on conquering new land until you can get that up yourself. Give some of it to, yeah, feed some more land to Finland rather than yourself. But I know part of it is the absurd development of the Romanian lands. As players may remember that there was a Romania that was here that was a player, but he opted to not return and his land quickly became divided. And he went for a super tall build. As we see, the one state of Wallachia is 150 development. So that's crazy, but no, not too much else to say for Commonwealth. Just going to eat like all of Russia likely before they run into Persia, and then it's whether or not what they want to do with that. I know they've been trying to get the Wing Tsars into battle, but that has not yet happened. So let's move on to Persia. So Persia came to the party a little bit late. They missed the first session, so I would expect them to be a little bit behind. Yeah, in tech they are 2 techs behind in the non-mill things. They're missing their third idea group, quantity, eco-quality. So probably need to get that next ID group ASAP, so maybe chill on the expansion for now. You have 3 really massive vassals, so I think unlike Bavaria, yeah, we do have this mission for reduce our Diplo annex costs, so that's probably very much worth getting, especially now that we're integrating our QQ vassal, and they have a lot of land, like yeah, probably 150 development, at least. More. I mean, it's when's it finished? 20 years. Yeah, we definitely want to speed that up. Also likely want to get Hormuz in, so we just have your own control of the node. Yeah, Kazakh. Also likely want to get Samarkand for yourself. Politically, you're only allied to Croatia, and Rajputana has taken the Lahore node, which is actually makes your land a little bit difficult to defend, unfortunately. So politically speaking, I think that would be a problem for Persia, and your priority should either be make friends with the Rajputs and direct them elsewhere, or find some way to get yourself this land so you have a defensible border, because we see all of your borderland are flatlands with no defense. You do have mountains here, so it's not terrible. Like you get, yeah, ASAP you should probably build a fort here just for defense. You got a fort. Yeah, that's a fantastic fort. Although, what is it? This one is probably better, but you can't do much for that subject. Money-wise, I noticed not doing too bad, but probably could be better. Yeah, unfortunately, Persia leaks a lot, especially until you can kill all of the people in this area. Still a fantastic trade node. Probably could move our merchant collecting from here to this. I think, what is it? That's going to get us an extra 5.5 times our efficiency. Yeah, so that'll be an extra 7 or 8 ducats. I don't know exactly how much it boosts by having here, but it's probably less than 8. Religion-wise, we are Shia, so that's quite good. Yeah, we took the best ones. Also, possibly, oh yeah, I know, what is it, Hormuz, they are, what is it, yeah, so yeah, the problem with Hormuz is that they are the Maliki, or, ooh, wait, okay, no, so, what Persia should do, vassalize, you should integrate these guys. Land is decent, and it's just enough of it that you should have it yourself. But you've got what is it, Hassa, and these guys you can keep as an OPM vassal, so that you can get the 10% dev cost from them. Would also be, yeah, possibly worthwhile getting this Gazimika as a vassal. They're bordering you, and they are stealing your money, and they can give you another merchant through that for when you need money, which I think until you need trade, that might actually be the better thing, being that you are going to be using a lot of your points to to tech up and not dev for a while. So I don't think that the dev cost is super important. Focusing on that as is good. Could probably try and find a way to get our power projection up with pirates, but once we get your trade ideas, I think your income can go up quite a bit more. Like if we are going to be hostile with Gujarat, or sorry, not Gujarat, Rajputana, we can put a merchant here. Like actually, I don't even 30% of 40, and then you get half of that. I don't know. You could probably play around and see which one is better. If relocating this merchant to Samarkand or relocating it to Lahore and leaving this open to just steer itself. Probably it's better in Samarkand for now, but I mean, that would help weaken your possible enemy. Should also look at taking over the Crimea node just so that you don't leak as much, along with Astrakhan. Maybe just or just let Commonwealth deal with Kazan. Depends. Buildings wise, I think, I looked before I noticed we are really hurting on slots, and I think a lot of that there's a lot of silk provinces that I noticed that you don't have your manufactory on. So what you definitely need to do is you need to go by the trade good, look at each province that has silk, and figure out how you can get a factory on it. This one. Unfortunately, you're going to have to give... Oh, you can just get rid of a marketplace. There's no reason for a marketplace on that. Here, it just needs to be devved. Tabriz, kill the mosque. Shirvan, just a dev. Yeah, no, you've got lots of these where you're just missing manufactories. Ooh. Yeah, man, you are missing out on all of your manufactories. So if you're at peace right now, you should turn off your armies, turn off your forts, unless you really are scared of fighting. Ruler is crap, unfortunately. As soon as this person gets old enough, gotta throw this guy down the well. Oh yeah, sell our titles. Look, and build, yeah. I mean, turn all the land into factories. Yeah, no, money is definitely the big thing. I don't think you should consider fighting a war with Rajputana over this while you've got so much internal things to do and so much land to integrate. But it's got potential, but you're just behind because you missed so many years. Army, discipline, not bad. Morale could probably be better. But I guess should also try and upgrade our guys. Like, what is it? You turn off the armies, drilling. Turn off the forts. Alright, and then we're making respectable money. Also possibly worth doing a trade deal. Yeah, I mean, you get all of the money if it goes through Hormuz. Maybe you could, and your vassal's already like passively stealing 20 of it. So perhaps you could buddy up with Rajputana, and because if you do have a trade deal, it multiplies 5% per node. So that's 5, 10, 15, and then 20. So that's 20% more right there. So that could be another way to boost your income, but that's reliant on the other player being cooperative. So let's take a look at Yemen. I think this country's kind of dead and on fire. It is certainly bankrupt. It's... Oh, where's the thing? Yeah, it's bankrupt. No money. Manpower is not too bad. Still better than Britain. Force limit is meh, but I think this country is just kind of stalled out. I think Bhutwa likely has an interest in your demise. We are only friends with Vijayanagar, who I guess was forced to be your friend. I don't really know diplomatically how things can go, but I think there's also issues with letting what's it called? Like letting the Morocco player jump onto this as the player was missing, but whatever. So yeah, Yemen was kind of sacrificed by the Indians, and the player didn't particularly care as he was a sub. If Yemen were to somehow get all of Egypt and basically be the Mamluks, they could be relevant, but really at this point, everyone around them is stronger, and they'd only be alive, or they're only alive because others allow them to be. Massive devastation everywhere. So I am not. I would not be happy to be the Yemen player. I guess it's salvageable if people support you, and if VJ really is a friend, perhaps you should be asking for funds. But let's move down, look at the other African, and one thing I noticed at my first look is I think your trade setup is a little bit wonky. You're collecting in Ivory Coast for some reason. I mean, you're making 1 ducat from there. You're collecting in 4 nodes. So what is actually your trade income? Yeah, your trade income is basically nothing. Your gold income is also a little bit wonky. I think that can be fixed easily. But yeah, your trade, I think, is probably better if you just move your home node into Zanzibar and put everything here. I mean, you are at risk of... Yeah, the bad thing about that is then the English can just probably steal it, but I think they have so many other places to put light ships that are more valuable than your node. I don't think they're actually going to put 100 lights in Zanzibar, and perhaps it would be better for you to come to an agreement with him. Like, I know there was 1 or 2 wars. I don't know what territory changed hands or not, but I think it would be in Boutwa's interest to stay on the good side of England instead, especially since you have like so much free land to colonize. You do have your expansion ideas. I also did notice you got really lucky and got another gold mine. But which brings me to the other thing is your gold mines are not as dev'd as they should be. Your starting one is great. Masapa, Zimbabwe, Sofala. Yeah, all of these and Kilwa you went like crazy on. I don't know if you should have done that, but I think your first thing, if you just turn on your dev edicts quickly, dev up all your gold mines to turn all your gold mines up to 10 if you can. And just like that, income goes up pretty quick. You do have, so you should probably dev these ones first as they have the prosperity. Leave this one until you get prosperity on it, because 25% more gold is more gold. Also, if you do move your trade node here, you can probably upgrade your centers of trade, and if Britain isn't playing nice, you can look for your states that have multiple centers of trade, especially this one. Like, you put a level 3 center of trade on, and you put a protect trade thing on, as well as up here with this state that has 2, and the Swahili state which has 2. If you can put a level 3 in all of those and protect trade, I don't think Britain can really take that much, unless like he's really giving up on taking money from VJ or from Malaya, and Ivory Coast. Like he's always going to need to have like 100 plus in Ivory Coast to compete with Portugal. So I think Zanzibar is one of the lower priority ones, so I wouldn't be afraid of that. As for ideas, we got quantity eco start and went right into expansion, which is, I guess that is the peaceful option. There's lots of land to take, lots of land that's free. something else that I noticed probably want to do. I think, yeah, maybe turn off our army if we're not fighting wars and forts unless we have devastation places, yeah. Because Tech 14 is trade stations, which is ivory. And you have a metric F-ton of ivory. So, I don't think, most of the ivory's not really too dev'd yet. So, we're finishing quality. I think just economy-wise, once you get another 1 or 2 ideas into your quality, you should probably focus Diplo for a bit and just Diplo dev the crap out of all of these ivory provinces. You should, yeah, it's probably more worth it just to like not go up to 100% crown land, sell the nobility. There's, other things you could be doing. I think your estates aren't necessarily the best right now, but I think, yeah, you should be selling as much as you can just to put down these crazy good ivory manufactories. You should also snag this bit of land before Britain can. And if you are going to be hostile with Britain, probably worth it to try and like block him off with your colonies, like take this one next. And here, oh yeah, and speaking of colonies, you're at peace and you're making a lot of money and you've only got 2 colonies. Probably, I would say, worthwhile to go ahead, make a 3rd colony. It's going to cost, you could probably go up to 4 colonies, because the next one will be 4 ducats on itself because you're older, or because you're more expensive, and then the following one will be, I think it's 8 or it's 16, so you'll be paying 32 for colonies, which I know I just said you wanted to be making as much money as you can, but I think once your gold is dev'd up properly and you fix your trade center up, I think you'll have enough money for that. But it seems to be in a good place. I'd also be considering, you have this vassal, you have plenty of admin. Be considering with looking at Yemen, if we are friends with VJ. Yemen's basically dead. It would be nice to swoop in and take all of this land. Another 2 gold mines, or rich coast of Aden is quite good as well, so I think I do know you fought Mali for a war over this area, which is good. You now have this long strip of land that's very easily defendable. Like should probably put a fort there, and a fort there. So he's got to take. Yeah, if you do that, and Mali can never fight you probably because he has to put all of his reinforcements right here, being battle stack here. It's jungle, it's tropical. That's a lot of attrition. So I think Butua, as long as your allies are maintained, you're kind of untouchable. You just need to do a little bit better ramping up. Let's move up into the Indians, Rajputana. Money-wise, looking quite a bit better than anyone else in the neighborhood. 180 ducats, mostly from production, which probably tells me you've got all of your manufactories built. A few that we can probably still build. We've got a lot of ones that we're missing, so we can get our income up quite a bit more. Some burger loans. Oh, and we're basically maxed out on crown land, I guess, selling to Rajput, so our manpower is not going to be the best, but but we're gonna have amazing quality with our Mawar ideas. Land fire is fantastic late game. You got discipline, you got ICA. Oh yeah, dev cost is nice. No morale in the ideas, which is unfortunate, but I think, yeah, the big thing with forming any of these Indian formables is the missions can be quite bonkers. like goods produced. I did notice a lot of these got clicked. I don't know if you picked them on the war with Croatia and Italy. I think that may have been a little bit wasted if you did. I know it was a one-sided war at the start, and then things turned, so... yeah, actually, let's take a look. Yeah, that's one thing clicked. Oh, what is that? Why did we lose morale from that? Oh, truly Greek. That's big. That's probably one reason why the battle started swinging. Trading cotton. Yeah, seems like you clicked one or two of the missions, and then just got very good events. So I don't know. Either way, you still have some of these to do at your leisure. Like, where are the other ones? Oh yeah, like land attrition is fairly good, especially if you're like pushing into Persia. Goods produced for money. Prestige mission because prestige. But oh no, yeah, you've yeah, this discipline one is gone. Army tradition one is gone. Yeah, maybe it would have been better to keep some of these, but it's a pretty damn strong country regardless. It's just more interesting. Where do you go from here? I know you're no longer allied with Nepal. Friends Butwa Vijay. Yeah, I guess Persia's looking quite weak right now. You're certainly stronger than Persia. Could easily body them in a 1v1. Could also move to the north and cut them off in all this steppe land that's empty. That's probably the freest way to go. But oh, it's looking like a strong country. I'm not quite sure why our trade value is like so weak here. Are we... Yeah, maybe we want to put on protect trade in our places with the 3 costs. Some centers of trade to upgrade. Yeah, probably, like, in strictly the most strategic thing, the best thing for you would be to get complete control over Hormuz, so you get a node that only leaks in one direction. But yeah, you'll have to fight Persia for that. But let's move on to your other Indian friends. Vijay, money-wise, a little bit weaker than your neighbor to the north. Yeah, just collecting in Coromandel, not stealing from Bengal, so likely friends. Ideas-wise, we are going maritime, which is interesting. I suppose we want to contest Britain on the seas, which is going to be difficult by yourself, but seeing that there is a Portugal, you could possibly team up with them, or if Butwa commits to naval, that could be another way too, but by yourself, you are not likely going to be able to do that. As buildings, quite a bit of manufactories to build. A whole lot, so you can get quite rich just if you're able to do that. Yeah, geez, 40, man. So, a lot of building to do. A lot of yellow provinces to look at and try and dev up. I know on the west coast the dev cost is relatively high. What am I looking for? Yeah, we do have that. Oh, right, I remember what I was looking at before. Yeah, so we're leaking a little bit, 8 ducats, which is a nothing amount, especially, but... So, one thing you should point out, just how crazy good this state is for trade. Put a level 3 center of trade, put a level 2 here, and then just put on protect trade. And, like, this state itself is... That should be... that should help counteract whatever Britain tries to steal from you. So I would recommend doing that. Also, I know you are still Hindu, which I think going forward is probably not the best thing to be, because VJ ideas, not the best. Like, they're quite good early, get a lot of infantry combat and trade stuff going on, but I mean, diplomat, the tolerance, stab, horses, advisor, and merc manpower is I know if you were to flip Muslim, you can either sell a province to Nepal and get him to convert it, or you can buy one from him and provoke rebels and let them get half your country Muslim. You can go Hindustan, or you can go Deccan, which have much better land infantry abilities, because my worry would be is if your allies ever turn on you, both of them are mill-focused nations, and VJ doesn't really have the best mill ideas, so despite being relatively rich and well put together right now, I don't think you can ever beat any of your neighbors in a 1 versus 1, and Britain is just going to body you on the seas no matter what, so I don't think that is the best way for you to go. And you have snaked all the way up into Egypt but haven't done anything else. Maybe it's, since you already have the land here, might just be good to turn on Yemen and claim this for yourself, because you have not really expanded your territory and you're well under your gov cap. So, going to be interesting choice for you. Where do we go? So, Nepal.
Oh, by the way, the Burgundy player's here if you want to talk or something.
Oh, sure. I already looked at Burgundy, and the conclusion was Burgundy scary. But Nepal also kind of scary, although he's not really expanded nearly as much as I think he could or should have. But, I mean, look at these bloody army ideas. 125 discipline just sitting around. Does he? Wait, he does have a discipline advisor, so it's slightly inflated, but getting us trade ideas. What's his morale sitting at? Oh, got it. Oh, he's actually the poorest Indian. Morale not looking too hot. Does he not have morale in? He does have morale. Huh. Yeah, I think he probably wants to, as Nepal, not be Muslim anymore. I don't know why he stayed Sunni, but I think like Sunni is kind of a crap religion in vanilla. I don't think anyone wants Sikh, but I think a Sikh Nepal would have been absurd. Or he should just go Hindu for good rulers, good ruler.
Nepal can be pretty good if you stay high on the mysticism, but that's not the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, and he doesn't have any Shia provinces to switch to Shia, because, I mean, what do you get from Sunni? You get Cav ratio, like, as Nepal, you don't care. I think he probably, should try and convert to basically anything else. As for, like, expansion, he is the poorest Indian, which is unfortunate, but I think he's militarily wise. He's got 200 force limit. He's got better ideas. I don't know. He doesn't have to fight the Indians because he's got all of Asia to his side, but he hasn't really gone that far into it. Like, probably a good idea for him to fight Ming and snake down into the Malay Peninsula before Britain steals all of it. But then, I guess he's never really going to take that much trade from Malacca because of Britain. So likely he just wants to get the rest of Burma, get Chengdu, since that's easily sent into his own node, even Lhasa, which he has, which is great defensive territory, but he hasn't actually taken it. Not really sure what he's doing. He's just kind of chilling. He could be stronger if he wished. What is it? Oh yeah, and I think one thing that Nepal, Bengal and Nepal players probably need to do is like some of the starting forts you get are like crap. Like you get this grasslands fort that's not on like the best river setup that you can just move up one tile onto a jungle and other places. So those are small things that you could do to increase your own power naturally like that. But I mean, if you were to fight VJ, which I think is VJ's like just for free land and taking like good quality land rather than like AI crap land. But fighting VJ would be the best target, especially since VJ has a healthy chunk of your own node now. But being that VJ is playing nice, he might not want to do that. So let's look at our East Asians, who are kind of just colonizing Siberia, and I think they can read. Oh no, yeah, no, Korea's up on tech. Korea's a smart place, but yeah, I think they didn't fight Ming early enough. So yeah, problem, Ming is up on tech and institutions, and Korea is not really that big. Although wait, are we a tributary? No, we're not a tributary of Ming, right? Oh, we are a tributary of Ming. Then why don't we just fight Oirat and take all that land? We should. And I also know there is some weirdness going on that Japan and Korea are transferring out of Beijing to Yumen to make Oirat richer. I don't really know what's going on there. I mean, you've got 14% of the node. Why not just collect? I'm definitely confused on that point. I don't know why you're doing that. And you're transferring out of Hangzhou as well. Although you don't actually have any trade power there. I'm not sure. But Korea ideas, you took trade, you're going expansion now just to colonize Siberia, which is well and good, although you're sharing it with Japan, which is a little bit odd when he should just be getting the Philippines and the Spice Islands before Britain. But whatever. Unfortunate thing with Korea is your ideas are kind of crap for army-wise. You only have 2 relevant ideas that aren't really that great, but I mean, you can get strong. Oh yeah, no, actually no, what you should probably do, what is, oh, yeah, that's probably an issue. Now, because Manchu didn't form, things didn't turn into Manchu culture, so you cannot, if you were able to swap to Manchu and then form Qing, that could have been cool, but you can't. But regardless, what you need to do is get Japan to help you, or even Nepal. Yeah, actually probably, like, Nepal can beat all of Ming's armies with half the force limit, and just split China 3 ways. Korea, grab Beijing, part of Xi'an. Japan, get Hangzhou. Nepal, get Chengdu Canton. I should probably have done that a while ago, but I think there's no reason, or no time like the present. Get on it, I say. Oh, a lot of territory unstated. Why? Why is all this land unstated? Even if you don't have the admin to core it, just as long as you make it a state, you can start getting prosperity on it. So little bit odd choice. I don't know why, but you know, as long as you start eating Ming soon, you'll be fine. Otherwise, you're just gonna be sitting on kind of crappy horde land. All right, Japan with a -2 stab and behind on all tech. That's looking a little bit rough. We got no ideas either. We have massive inflation. And we have 3 gold mines that we haven't developed very much. What is it? Oh yeah, you got a gold mine in Siberia. That's pretty good. But, what is it? So, I'm not sure exactly what's gone wrong here, but a lot has gone wrong. We want to definitely, well, we need to fix our stabilities, because I assume we have no prosperity from that. I think that's a good way to get our money up. We have a lot of merchants, which is good. Got some colonists going on. And we even have some colonies in North America. Although, wait, is there any gold in California? Oh my god, that is some terrible luck. You have... Oh, you do have... Oh, you got 2 golds up here. That's pretty good. Probably want to dev those too when you have the chance, although that's probably going to be quite a whiles away. But yeah, to not get any gold in the California provinces with a 10% chance, that's pretty rough. Probably should get some more, but you do have your Japanese colony in Mexico. Probably definitely... Oh, you have most of the gold, but not all. Probably want to get on that next, and your... I don't know if you started this or not, but...
Looks like a player vassal that did it.
Oh, it was a player... Oh, so there is a...
Yeah, and then I decked on Japan and demanded full money in reparations as a payment for him stealing Texas for my PU.
Yeah.
That's why he's in so much debt.
Fair. I think you can also probably... And you can enforce peace on your colonies.
It's not my colony, though. It's Portugal, and Portugal's a PU, so he can't do it.
Are you unable to enforce peace?
I can't enforce peace on it, no.
Also, wait, what the hell is this? Did something get changed with these natives? Like, why is this native so big? I've never seen a native this big in, like, the Great Plains. What the hell is this? And it's a vassal of Japan somehow? I am very confused. Alright, well, I guess if you just force him to pay for it, I guess he'll get it and he'll have a really strong Texas. So there's that going for him, but he's got a lot of other work to do. Like, a big problem is that he was too slow, and Britain's gotten Australia and basically all the Spice Islands for him. I mean, Ming's still alive, which is probably an issue, but he doesn't exactly have the points to core for it. Oh, I mean, can get strong. He's just a lot of work that needs to be done. Alright, so since you're here, I'll go back to Burgundy. Is there anything you want to say or share with your...
Well, I just got more governing capacity, which means I get to eat more land. Always good.
Yeah, but you got all these... Yeah, no, I looked at it before. You've got all these states that you just didn't state.
Yeah, I just got governing capacity, like, literally, like, a few days before game end. So I hadn't bothered yet.
Oh, wait, that one you didn't... Was it? Oh, I forget what I clicked at the start of the video.
So...
But
yeah, I literally just got governing capacity, so I could get to state the rest of my land. And then
yeah, but, I mean, governing capacity doesn't matter, and you can always... You can always click... Just turn them to states, and if you don't have the admin to core them, or you don't want to, they, if they're...
I'm aware, yeah.
Yeah, as long as they're states, they get the prosperity going.
But, that's going good. My forcement's pretty fucking massive.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm the only Croatia. I'm the closest to you with about 100 behind.
Yeah. My discipline's a little bit behind because I went for forcement rather than discipline, trying something new.
Yeah, and well, you got religious ideas now, so that's another 10% morale, which is good.
Yeah, I always look forward to France for another 10%
Yeah,
morale and French Musketeers if I
yeah,
want to later.
yeah. And are you gonna go for Lotharingia?
Probably not because Bavaria is my friend. So,
Wait. What do you need? I mean,
well, just everything you get from Lotharingia wants you to go into Germany.
yeah. I forget if you get new missions or not. Or
You get like an extended mission tree. And then
okay,
right now I'm beating up Mali
yeah.
for their European land.
I forget what.
But I don't think Lotharingia is very good personally.
Yeah, I don't remember what there are. So let's just take a look because Burgundian you get. I mean, the goods produce is amazing. You get 10 morale, you get discipline, you get manpower. The only things that are great mill wise that you don't have are ICA and force limit. So
Yeah.
let's just take a look and see. Lotharingia, you get ICA,
But you lose your
more
discipline.
morale, but you uh, keep the manpower, but you lose the discipline.
Yeah.
So probably not worth it. And yeah, the core creation cost is not relevant for multiplayer or the missionaries. Idea cost actually very good. That's 10%.
I agree it's pretty good, but I'm not in any I'm not I don't
Yeah,
need uh
I,
points.
I, I agree. I think Burgundy ideas are better. So uh, your expand. Yeah, doesn't seem like you get any more missions trees. It seems to just stay the same.
No, there's an extra few, but not a lot more.
I mean,
Like
yeah,
there's ones for Italy and there's ones for like Bavaria and stuff.
yeah.
It's like 4 extra missions or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's why it looks so weird. So, what do you think about England stealing your money?
Not really much I can do about it. Particularly, I'm gonna start sending in my trade pretty soon. It's kind of make my economy kind of stagnant, almost.
I mean, you're stagnant when
But
you're like 50 ducats ahead of everyone else. Oh,
well,
yeah. Well, yeah, we just went down since we lost the goods produced.
I mean, it's not as high as it could be. Like I've had Francis at this stage of the game that's had like nearly 600 ducats per
Mm-hmm.
month.
Mm-hmm.
I know like Burgundy and France are the same thing, but I've had higher before. So
Well, yeah. If we go France, then what happens?
I don't know. France is going to decrease it, but like normally in a France game, you can like eat into like Italy and stuff, and you're a lot more rich.
Yeah, France has more useless ideas than Burgundy. It's just
Yeah, the
whether or
point
not
for France
you want the
cost is
10%
pretty
more
great.
morale.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm going for mill though. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, but the nice thing about going France is that you get all these missions to click again.
I don't think I'll flip. I think I'll probably just stay in Burgundy for fun, but we'll see. I'm
Oh,
starting to run out of areas to conquer, but like that's not a big deal since I already have so much land.
100 diplo power, government reform. No effects on that mission. Free heavies. I mean, probably strictly speaking, the next age it would be better to go France, just so that you can click
Get the
the
musketeers.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah like uh I forget. I mean, ooh, get your settlers.
Well, I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a pretty great position. If I eat Verdun from Mali, it's a lot more land to eat, a lot of good land to dev because of livestock and grasslands in
Yeah,
Denmark.
like yeah. Right now, you're just lacking on manpower, which I
That'll
think
be fixed though once I get my nobility estate up and stuff.
yeah,
But,
Yeah, and your
I've also been building soldier households right now, so it's not
yeah,
going to be a problem.
yeah. And I'm not sure how much of this was you and how much was AI, but all the temples.
Oh yeah, I built temples early game for income boost, but I'm gonna get rid of those later.
Mm-hmm. Probably makes sense.
I keep temples until like 1620, and then I kill them all, and then I replace them with military stuff. Generally
Oh,
speaking.
yeah. I'd only build temples like if I'm doing crazy on money and I have like what is it, provinces that start with massively high base tax like Venice and that have the
Yeah,
extra building slots.
I build temples all the time, personally, because I think they're actually really worth it early game, and I think they're good until like 1620, and then they're good to replace. Personally, that's my own thought. You don't
Yeah.
disagree with me?
Yeah. I don't think I'd build a temple on anything that's less than like 20 income very early, or if it's in a state.
I'll build them up if they're more than 10.
Yeah, or okay. Oh, more than 10. Okay. Hmm. Yeah,
I
because
mean,
I don't
if
know
you want to
what.
keep them for 200 years, they'll run a profit.
Yeah, I don't know what the math is for when they become profitable.
I think it's 80 years if you've embraced Renaissance.
Yeah,
Take economics
yeah. Well, 80 years based on how much income they make. Is it 80 years for 10 income one or 80 years for 20?
for a 10, I think. Because if you get the minus 20% construction from Renaissance and economic, it's only
Yeah.
80 ducats.
Yep, that's true.
It might be even less than 80 years, but yeah, the country's doing great. I have really defendable borders
Yeah.
with the addition of Switzerland.
Yeah.
The only really bad parts of the south, which I need to do a few more ports in, but I'm pretty sure Italy is going to be state friendly. So
Yeah. What is it? Yeah, you need a fort in Toulouse or Carcassonne
yeah,
just to plug that hole. Oh yeah, the level 3 fort on your vassal is nice. How much land are you letting Portugal take in Spain?
Portugal can have pretty much the rest of Spain if they're going to stay in my PU.
Interesting.
And then I'm giving them a little bit of Mali.
Yeah, because I think
So
Italy
you
wants
can
like
Tangiers.
most of this.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. He can have the rest of it. I'm just letting my vassal have my PU. Have the rest of Sevilla.
Yeah, yeah, that would be an amicable split. But are you gonna have a war with Commonwealth to see who's the big boy in Europe?
We already did a test war and I blew him out of the water.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
Yeah, I guess Cav has already fallen off.
and it's gonna in the next tech. It's gonna be even worse for him if you want to check the tech. It's already another RD1. So
Yeah, at 16 you get the artillery fire just to kill the Cav in those 3 days before they can do anything.
I'm pretty sure I can 2v1 almost any nations except for Croatia and Commonwealth. In my opinion,
Yeah.
those are the ones I don't think I can 2v1. For the rest of them, I think I could pretty comfortably 2v1.
Yeah, good. What is it? I know I've got like really good quality. I got 120 discipline with the Orthodox on, and then you can get my morale up with an advisor to basically be equal to yours. Yeah, money wise, I'm just a little bit behind. But oh yeah, I guess the big difference. The big difference is the ICA, which.
Yeah, I haven't taken any of that stuff yet. I decided to take offense instead of quality because I'm trying something new, seeing what's different.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, although you have the artillery stuff now.
That doesn't really matter right now, though. It'll matter in 20 years, but no.
Yep.
Not as much. But I mean, I'm just playing a chill game. I don't need to kill any more players.
Yeah, no, I think everyone's kind of chilling, especially in Europe. There's just so much free land still that there's no reason to fight other people.
Land where I don't like. I have so much land to death with players.
Yeah, yeah, and I know. What was it as Croatia? What is? Yeah, the thing that I'm enjoying is what is my total dev cost reduction? Or does it show it up here? No. Yeah, I just went for like max dev cost reduction. So yeah, like look at state of Pest. Like Pest itself. It's already a 20 dev province and it's 16 to dev. It's 15, 20, 40, 50, 55, 65, 70, 100, 100.25% dev cost reduction on Pest. Like, what is that? Anyway, that's just me bragging, so I guess, that takeaway is Burgundy or Lotharingia or France or whatever he feels like farming in the end. Probably the strongest in the world, with Commonwealth and Croatia being the runners up. Indians are no slouches, but I guess all of them have kind of stopped expanding, so if they wanted to go toe-to-toe against any of the Europeans, they definitely need to find some new land. Persia and Butua are going to be strong if they ever, once they are able to catch up to the other players. And oh no, I don't. Wait, I missed Mali. Mali is the last one I didn't look at. They're always stuck here in South Africa. So yeah, Mali snaked up to Portugal and pissed you off by taking that land. So pissed off Burgundy, pissed off Portugal, so I assume he's going to lose all of this land. He's unfortunately lost quite a lot, it seems. He lost the Congo from Butua, and now he is a little bit behind in ideas, and tech not too far, but not on time either. At least he's got a good bit of prosperity going in his own lands. Not a lot of money, so he is unfortunately kind of isolated and probably should try and make peace with Butua as being his only like really relevant close neighbors, because his only easy route of expansion would be North Africa, and it seems to be in a difficult position, unfortunately. Maybe try and make friends with Portugal and get a trade deal, but unsure how that works with PUs and stuff. But that would definitely help him if he could send all of his money into Ivory Coast and then to Sevilla and get paid for it. But he is in a difficult spot for now, and I don't envy the Mali player. And with that, I am going to end the recording there. Thanks everyone for watching. And sorry if you heard me coughing a little bit too much.